And joining us on Debate 1 this evening, Sanjay Jha of the Congress. He's joining us from Mumbai. Sudhindra Kulkarni, columnist and author, is right here in the Mumbai studios with us. Aman Sinha, leader of the BJP Supreme Court senior advocate. He's with us from Delhi. Sachin Ahir, former housing minister, is with us in the Mumbai studios as well. And Neerja Chaudhary joining us, senior journalist, joining us from Delhi. But first question to Ashish Shelar. Why do this? I mean, it's not just your political opponents that are crying foul. There's a lot of people out there who are asking, why do this? You were very confident of the numbers. Why not go through a division? Why go through a voice vote? What was the purpose behind it?
Well, let me clarify two things very clearly. Mr. Sachin Ahir is also here. And those who knows the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly rules and laws, there is a prescribed procedure. Whenever any motion, and in this case, so fortunately, I have moved the motion.
Yes.
So when I move the motion, the law and the rule says, once the motion has been moved, the speaker or the chairperson calls that motion and announce that those who are in the favor of it say yes, those are in the favor of it say no. So voice vote is a part of the process.
It is a part of the process.
It is a part of, I'm coming to the next part.
But it's not the only option that you have for the trust vote.
I'm coming to the next part. When the voice vote has been asked, after that, if any member of a group of a member, if they call for a division, then obviously number-wise votes get counted. Here in this case, unfortunately, the member of Shiv Sena and the member of Congress, both was discussing and uproaring their voice on earlier item. And because of that, they were engaged themselves in such a way that they didn't ask for the vote. And that's why there is no vote.
Sanjay Jha has a rebuttal, but quickly, Sachin Ahir, voice vote. What did the NCP say, aye or no?
Mom. It was a fact, because see, basically we have already declared it, and you must be known that if we would have come for the division, we would have stood behind with BJP, we would have come for the voted, we would have taken a stand. But when there's a voice vote, we were mum. If the division would have come,
so when the speaker called for aye, nobody from the NCP ranks spoke.
We were totally mum.
But that's the question, why? The fact is, as you said yourself, we made it very clear that we're extending our support to the BJP. Then why be so clandestine about it now?
We are not saying no, because the situation was like this. What we said, if it would have come for the division or if it would have come for the vote, we would have stood and we would have said, yes, we are ready to vote, or we would have been absent.
Which is what you had said initially, that we would abstain from voting.
The question remains that why even Congress didn't ask for the division.
Let's ask the Congress. Yes, Sanjay Jha.
Well, you know, Anand, I'm so amused by the disingenuousness shown by the BJP spokesperson. This was not an ordinary vote, it was a confidence vote, and everybody knows that this was at best a minority government in formation. Now, the party which has won the so-called trust vote today, which we are questioning, was not having an absolute majority. Now, this had to be tested in a more institutionalized
why didn't the Congress raise the voice at the right time?
That's
why didn't the Congress raise the voice at the right time?
No,
if you really wanted division, why didn't the Congress raise the voice at the right time?
It is the job of the speaker. Let me finish. Don't have to repeat it 3 times. I can hear you once. The point I'm making is that the BJP here is proven to be confidence tricksters. These are confidence tricksters. Let me tell you that end of day, the speaker has to exercise their own discretion.
You elected.
The speaker should have been aware that
unanimously.
At this point of time, you're dealing with a very sensitive political situation.
What does the rule book?
This is an illegitimate
of the Maharashtra Assembly say?
As Mr. Chavan has said, this is an illegitimate government.
Nobody questions the speaker who's been elected unanimously.
Please
so if the Congress,
this is a confidence vote.
You voted the speaker.
This is to determine whether
said you didn't raise your voice at the right time. Why go and laugh at the governor for that?
You have no authority to continue in government. Excuse me, sir. Please understand the basics of parliamentary protocol. This is a confidence vote that the first time that the assembly is meeting after the elections. Nobody is aware of the constitution of a government. The NCP has been wishy-washy to begin with. The Shiv Sena.
Everybody is aware of the confidence vote. What happens? Because
so this is the Bhagoda Janata Party. Anand in Hindi.
Well tried, Sanjay Jha.
Anand in
but
Hindi.
Where is the Congress party? Where was the Congress party when they should have raised their voice? Why were they caught unawares? Why didn't they know what floor management should be?
Let me tell you.
Or are you just reading, or did they just realize that not only has the BJP won the voice vote, the Congress has also lost the leader opposition to the Shiv Sena. So let's create some ruckus. Let's create some noise. Let's get some attention.
That is all right.
Was that the effort?
That is not the critical issue.
Was that the effort?
Critical issue.
Because it is 5 Congress MLAs who have been suspended.
Spokesperson has confessed.
It's 5 Congress MLAs who have been suspended.
The BJP person has confessed on your channel that the speaker moved the motion for a confidence vote amidst the din and noise. That's a fundamental question. Why did the speaker do it in a great hurry? Was this a fixed match
the
here?
noise because of Congress and Shiv Sena.
NCP, but was the speaker doing something unethical, immoral, unbecoming of a speaker?
Right. Yes, Aman Sinha.
We want to make this.
Yes, Aman Sinha. Sanjay Jha, hold on. Yes, Aman Sinha.
No, the arguments of Mr. Sanjay Jha sometimes only he can understand, and in fact most of the times no one else can understand. So let me just
I can understand why you can't comprehend it, Mr. Sinha.
That it is the Congress party and the Shiv Sena who are running away from vote, not BJP. And if you see their actions, it will be clearly reflected in their actions. Now let me also state what is the correct legal position. If most of the time a motion is put to vote only through the voice vote, in fact more than 95% of times, and only if someone objects to it, then only speaker intervenes and he can ask for division.
But Mr.
Now
Sinha,
anybody who is aware about the parliamentary practice and procedure in this country knows that the Bible of this parliamentary procedure in our country is call and shakdar. No, let me just complete just 2 lines.
But the fact
Neha,
is
just
that
allow me to complete 2 lines. I want to state the correct legal position. Let me just read out 2 lines. I will respond to all the facts.
We'll come to you on that, Ashish.
Questions are generally decided by voice vote. Unless the opinion of the speaker is challenged by members and they demand a division, in which case the speaker orders a division. When a question is decided by voice vote, speaker does not announce the numbers ayes or yes. If a member wants to challenge the opinion of the speaker as to the decision on a question, he must do so immediately after the speaker expresses the view. I think the noes have it, the ayes have it, and before he declares the result. After the declaration of result, chair also has no power in the matter.
Aman Sinha,
chair also has no power in the matter after a result has been declared. Admittedly, it was an afterthought by the Congress party. They raised this issue.
You're spouting the rule book. That's fine. 1 second. You're spouting the rule book, but what Sanjay has just said.
This issue.
1 second. What Sanjay Jha has just said is also the allegation that came earlier in the day. Our reporter was there. The allegation is that there was complete chaos as the order was changed by the speaker. The Congress and the Shiv Sena MLAs say they don't know what happened. And before they even knew what happened, the confidence motion had been passed. Would you like to respond to that, Ashish?
No, let me again say that with due respect to all the members on your panel.
No, absolutely not. That is not
I am the only member who was present in the House, and rather I have moved that motion of a confidence. Let me clarify that item number 2 was for the leader of opposition post. Item number 3 was for this confidence motion. When item number 2 was being called, Shiv Sena and Congress was raising their voice. Let me clarify here, because the politics is something behind this. Because both the parties has demanded that they should be the leader of opposition here. The chairperson, the speaker, has clarified it very clearly. Since the confidence motion has not been moved and I am not in a position to know which party supports whom. Till that time, I cannot decide the leader of opposition. Therefore, we have to decide the confidence motion first. He proposed this and after that I moved the motion. Now, why did Congress did not raise a voice? Let me give a speculation, which is a political speculation for this.
Why was this motion
let me
moved
clarify.
by the speaker when there was
Mr.
a
Sanjay Jha, please listen to me. The fact is that
No. Please answer the question.
They waited that what Shiv Sena does. Till that time, they was keeping mum. Because if Shiv Sena would have supported, they would have asked for the leader of opposition post because they are number 2 after Shiv Sena, and that's why they did miss the bus and they didn't ask for the post.
Sanjay Jha, you've got to listen to that question too, and you must answer that question because the allegation coming in here from the BJP
just to save the leader of opposition post, they did not ask for the post.
And decide whether or not then you're going to be pitching for that leader of opposition post. Now, Sanjay, also, let's put that question to you that on a day when you are protesting what's happened in the Maharashtra Assembly, what about the behavior of your 5 MLAs who've been suspended? The governor was roughed up. We're not saying that. It's a police report that actually has gone saying that the governor was hurt. How can you explain that?
Okay, let me answer both your questions. If there has been any heckling that has resulted in an unpleasant consequence which the police is already investigating, let justice happen. If somebody has done anything wrong, I think they ought to, face whatever the law says.
They've been suspended for 2 years.
But the fundamental question that we are debating today here is, and this is something that the BJP cannot ignore this. The BJP cannot ignore this. Why were they? In fact, they should have been more than anybody keen on establishing a moral authority because they have been claiming from the top of each and every skyscraper in Mumbai that we have a government, we have a full and absolute majority. Why did they not ask for division of votes? And by the way, I continue to make an allegation that the speaker today had to make sure that the vote should have happened through a division because nobody knew which way was one party likely
that's because you are at the wrong end of it. I mean, when I say you, Sanjay Jha, I mean the Congress. But Neerja Chaudhary, Sudhindra Kulkarni has been very silent so far. I'm just going to bring them in.
That is absolutely an incorrect proposition.
Yeah, coming to you, Anand. Just bringing our other panelists also.
No, please let me say one thing.
Yeah,
if Congress, please allow me to.
Go ahead.
I just want to make a brief point in response to what Mr. Sanjay Jha said.
The BJP
if Mr. Sanjay Jha, if Congress and Shiv Sena are so confident about the numbers, why don't they bring a no confidence motion tomorrow? I challenge them. If they are so confident of their numbers, let them bring a no confidence motion tomorrow. Who has stopped them? The real fact of the matter is that if voting were to happen, there would have been a split in both Congress and Shiv Sena, and only in fear of that, they did not press for voting. That is the real fact.
Wants to keep a safe distance from the NCP. Let me tell you the real reason why
it is the NCP which is currently sitting.
Anand,
it is the NCP which is sitting mum at this point in time.
Right through the day.
That is the real reason.
Whether it was election of speaker.
Before we go to the
there are n number of opportunities.
Yes,
they can bring several money bills are there. They can be put to vote. What is the difficulty?
Just a short pause in that argument to bring in Neerja Chaudhary.
Congress and Shiv Sena are working so well in tandem.
You've heard the Congress, you've heard the NCP, you've heard the BJP. We don't have the Shiv Sena voice, but what is it and to whom would you want to put your question today for what has happened in Maharashtra?
Are you asking me?
Yes, Neerja.
Hello?
Yes, Neerja Chaudhary. Go ahead, please.
I feel this is the first real mistake made by the Modi dispensation. Because having won such whopping numbers in Maharashtra for the first time in its history, to form the government under the shadow of being called an illegitimate government is very unfortunate. I can understand that the NCP wants to keep an ambiguity about whether they said yes or no. I can understand the NCP wants the chairmanship of the upper house the leader of the opposition position. But I do not understand why the BJP wants to start on this note. It was very clear the BJP would have got a majority because the NCP had publicly announced that they would abstain or they would give outside support. Now you have a situation where not only is the BJP government getting flack, but also it is much more dependent on the NCP, and the NCP is going to run circles around the BJP.
Let's get Ashish Shelar to answer that.
If you are winning a motion, are we supposed to object to it and ask for a division? It is for the Congress party and Shiv Sena if they were opposing us.
Okay,
not for
we've
BJP.
gone to that
And this was a
before,
completely
Mr.
illegal
Sinha, Mr. Sinha, you are taking support of the naturally corrupt
As per
party.
rules of procedure.
And you are trying to be politically
Before we go across to Ashish, how do you view what has happened today? You know, we are asking the question, who's taking home for a ride?
Without caring to study what the rules prescribe.
Please allow
Aman, just wait on. Yeah.
The people of Maharashtra have voted for a BJP-led government. The BJP ought to have begun its term, its innings on a confident and a non-controversial note. The people want a stable government, a good government, and fortunately we have a good chief minister. But I must say that the beginning has been controversial. You see, in important matters like confidence vote or a no confidence vote, the procedure is as much important, it has as much sanctity as the principle. Now suppose, go back to 1999, when Vajpayee government had to seek a trust vote in the Lok Sabha, which it lost by just one vote.
Yeah.
And the speaker had said, ayes, noes, voice vote and no further. By taking up some pretext or the other.
Yeah.
Would it have been legitimate? No.
No.
Similarly, you see here, it's not just the ultimate outcome. The outcome may be right, but it should be perceived to be right.
Exactly.
The method.
Exactly, Ashish, that's the question, the perception. The fact is you can quote the rule book, but all those voters who voted for you, don't they deserve to know whose support you've got? Can you name the MLAs whose support you have today?
Let me clarify. Let me clarify this fact on two notes. Number one, our Chief Minister after this all episode has just had a press conference and he has clarified to the entire state that I have the fullest majority and we have friends in all the parties who are ready to support us. Those who has a doubt, they can move a no confidence motion and we will show them.
You're
number
putting
one.
the onus
Number
on
one.
the others.
Number
Why
one.
not tell your
number
voters
two.
yourself
Number two.
who's
Number
supporting
two.
you?
Number two. The fact remains, I have proposed a motion for a confidence. And what do you want? I should only ask for a division. How can I ask for a division? The opposition who was sitting there, they should ask for a division. I should only say that I want a division.
Why not be
What
clear
a simple
about the
logic
vote?
is this?
Why not be clear about the vote? Just be clear
Because
about
it's a
the vote.
parliamentary process. The parliamentary process and rule book is very clear. When I move a confidence motion, it is opposition who has to ask for the division. If they doesn't ask for their selfish motive of getting the leader of opposition post, thus I have to
no
suffer.
Responsibility towards your voters, who have actually voted
To
the
our
NCP
voters,
out.
we have clarified
They want to know if you have taken the NCP support.
Look, they have to decide to whom they have to support. I say again, and my Chief Minister say again, that we are not a minority government. Today, our Chief Minister has gone on the record to the extent of saying that we are not a minority government, we are a majority government. We have votes all over.
Yes, people would like to know how.
And those, again, will come back to parliamentary process. Those who wants to have a no confidence motion, let them move. Again, I will prove the same.
No, you cited the parliamentary process and the NCP has taken its decision to stay mum a tad too seriously even here on the news hour. I'm going to bring in Sachin Iyer in just a bit. But first, yes, Sanjay Jha, go ahead. You had a strong point to make. Neerja Chaudhary, coming to you after that.
Yeah, Anand, is very interesting. Even NCP's Jitendra Awad, who have supported them, and you said we kept mum, but we supported them. Even they have criticized the BJP, saying that they adopted very unethical practices. Now, this is how far this has gone. No, but I think Mr. Shelar should realize.
Let's talk about the Congress, Sanjay Jha.
And
let's
what
talk
is the
about the Congress.
Point?
Whenever you start pointing fingers at the BJP and the NCP,
no, this is the focus is on the BJP
I want to
today.
turn around and
Please
ask you,
what
made you shake hands with the Shiv Sena?
BJP today.
So ideology doesn't matter.
What is the division of vote?
What made you shake hands with the Shiv Sena? Why is Ashish Shelar right in saying the Congress kept quiet till the Shiv Sena started asking for the leader opposition position? Is it true? Is that what happened inside the assembly? The Congress kept quiet till the time they got the leader, till the time the Shiv Sena said they want the leader opposition position. Did the Congress feel slighted that it was Shiv Sena that walked away with the candy?
I think the BJP did not want the people of India to know. The BJP did not want the people of India to know.
What does the Congress want? Does the Congress know what it wants? Does it want a stable government in Maharashtra? Does it want good governance? Or do they want to just get 5 minutes of fame by ghirawing the governor, roughing him up, and then standing there and saying 5 of our MLAs have been suspended,
Anand,
and say, oh, we are proud of it.
58% of BJP MLAs
who
are
is
criminals.
Prithviraj Chauhan to come out and say that it's a murder of democracy?
58% of BJP
When he
MLAs
himself
are
has
criminals,
admitted,
what governance
no,
can you
tell me,
expect
Sanjay
from
Jha,
them?
who is Prithviraj Chauhan to come out and say it's a murder of democracy when he himself admitted the compromises he has made when he was Chief Minister? How can he come out and say today? How can he come out and
of the people of Maharashtra
as a former Chief Minister of the state, did he not know? Did he not know? Did he not know assembly procedure? Did he not know the parliamentary decorum? Did he not know?
For a ride.
As a senior leader, as a former Chief Minister, did he not know what the Congress needs to do to force a division?
Listen, we raised the point, Anand.
I am asking you, Sanjay Jha, please tell me this. Please tell me this. Did Prithviraj Chauhan not know how to work the floor?
The speaker
did he not know how to work the floor? Did he not know how to work the floor? Why didn't he work the floor? Why did he allow the BJP to work the floor and get through their government in 40 seconds? Why did Prithviraj Chauhan allow that? If it was unfair.
Because the Bharatiya Janata Party engineered. Because the Bharatiya Janata Party...
So you are handing it to them that they manage the floor better. So you are handing it to them pure parliamentary process-wise that they handle the floor better. They manage the floor better. No, so how they manage the floor better, so concede that to them. Don't crib about it.
He's a neutral observer.
No, if you agree that they manage the floor better, then concede that to them. Don't crib about it.
Please take their comments seriously.
We will ask the questions to the BJP, but I'm asking the Congress, if you are conceding they manage the floor better, then don't crib about it.
Managing the floor. This is cleaning the floor with a dirty broomstick. This is not managing the floor.
One second. We'll come back.
Sorry, that is the reality.
Let me add quickly to this. The Congress was quiet only because they were greedy to have the leader of opposition post, and that's why they didn't ask for division.
Yes, you made that point before. We're going to go across to Nirja Chaudhary now. Yes, Nirja.
Not at all. This has got nothing to do with the opposition.
You know, in the...
Yes, Nirja.
I just want to make a very simple point. In the Bommai judgment, which is a very well-known judgment, it was made very clear that the majority will be decided on the floor of the House, not by an individual, referring to the governor. Even if you paraded the MLAs in front of the governor, that was not good enough. In this instance, when you go for a voice vote, are you not relying on the individual, the speaker, to make that judgment, a decision that should be made by a division and vote?
No.
And this is not an ordinary vote. This is a confidence vote.
Absolutely correct.
But majority of the ruling party.
As far as procedure of legislature is concerned. And that authority has been vested by the Constitution itself. Even courts cannot intervene.
Yeah.
What is the point that you are making? It's totally incoherent.
Correct.
And absolutely, legally untenable.
It is division. It is in a
Nirja, just hold on.
That all through the day, Congress never pressed for vote.
I'm just going to say...
Congress or Shiv Sena... No, Anand, you will have to allow me.
Aman, go ahead. Aman, you go ahead. I was just adding to your point. I was just adding to your point. Go ahead, Aman. Go ahead. I was just adding to your point.
I am only saying...
The BJP has egg on its face today.
Wait, Sanjay Jha, wait on. Yes, Aman Sinha.
Appreciate that even when there was question of Speaker's election, they did not press for vote. Right through the day, they have been escaping. Both Shiv Sena and Congress, they did not press for vote. And the real reason was that they themselves were under apprehensions that, their MLAs will go the other way. Their parties may split. That is what their apprehension was. And therefore, they did not press for vote. It is the Congress and Shiv Sena who are running away from vote, not BJP.
Just to add to Nirja's point,
and if at all they are so sure about their
Aman, just to set matters right.
What is the difficulty?
There were rumors today in Mumbai. Aman Sinha.
Money bills will be
presented.
I'm just quoting the technicality here to Nirja's question that the 8th edition of the Maharashtra Assembly rules also puts the entire onus on the Speaker to decide the method of voting, and it also says the Speaker's authority cannot be questioned. And I'm adding, Section 41 puts the onus on the Speaker to decide whether an objection to a voice vote is valid or not. It also puts the onus on the Speaker to decide the method that the vote is to be taken. So the Speaker didn't think that the objection is valid.
And he's the final authority. No one can interfere.
We'll come back to Sachin. Yeah, I just want to go back to Sachin. Before you make the point that you also wanted to make. One second.
Aman
Sinha, we're going to allow Sachin Ahir to speak now, please.
All they need to do is that Shiv Sena and Congress can come together and present a vote of no.
Fair enough. We've got your point, Aman. We've got your point. We are not questioning the rules here. We understand completely that what's happened is perhaps well within the rules. We're not questioning the rules at all, because we know that it's absolutely fair what's happened as per rules. What Mr. Kulkarni said, I feel, is the most important thing here. It's about perception. And therefore, we put this question to both the BJP and to the NCP. Why are both the parties being so cagey about it? Why not just let your voters know what's happened? When you've come out there, Sachin, and said categorically that you're extending support to the BJP, you will abstain from voting if required, you want a stable government for Maharashtra, then why be so cagey about what you have done today?
What we have done. See, let me put it, if you go the whole incidence of this whole day, I will tell today's the floor of the management of Shiv Sena and Congress was zero. We have not been there when I have witnessed that from the gallery. What had happened, when this trust of vote had come, they were arguing that why this overall leaflet of this, what the subjects have been changed yesterday and how and everything. And surprisingly, without arguing for the vote or for the division, they walked out from the house, which has not been come in the media. They walked out, which he must have also seen. Shiv Sena, especially, who has already been claimed, who's been claiming to be the opposition leader. They walked out, and after when the voice was given, they are trying to be absent. In fact, they should have been on the leg. They should have said, okay, vote of the voice is gone, yes or no. If this, when they are about to declare, the speaker is about to declare, okay, yes, the voting percentage of the yes is high and no is this. And that time, that is the time, crucial time, that they should say, okay, no, we oppose, we want poll.
Mr. Kulkarni, did the Congress and the Shiv Sena lose that opportunity?
In that period, there was nothing, they were only arguing.
Did they lose that opportunity today?
Can I complete?
Yeah.
They were only arguing. After that has happened, they were not allowed to speak and all the thing. When the question came of the leader of opposition, and after declaring, then they came up and they saying, okay, we wanted this poll and what is it? You see, in the parliamentary affairs, once the decision is taken, you cannot go reverse it. Now, as what you are saying, perception, I personally I am of this opinion, it would have been better if BJP also, after creating this atmosphere also, if they wanted really a vote, they should have said, okay, yes, okay, now we are ready to go, let the division happen. So that would have cleared the
cloud. And
you know what?
I'm saying this now.
Okay.
It's my personal opinion because I was observing it. If that could have happened,
just to put his argument to the logical end.
Can I complete? I cannot complete. Why I am saying completing? Because then what is the use now? CM going to the press and saying, case you again we have the majority. You please come up with a low confidence motion and we are ready to prove.
See, that's what we're saying. Why not be clear from the...
If that could have been done, I think it would have been cleared and we were ready. Now it's up to them to take the support.
They wouldn't have been forced to stay mum. They wouldn't have been forced to stay mum. They would have taken up.
But there is no...
Sudhindra Kulkarni...
But it has to, because there is no question.
What Sachin is saying now, may I ask him why his party has been stopped for asking a division there? Even his party could have asked the division.
We didn't want.
Because, so why are you saying now that BJP should go? When you are so wise enough and trying to show holier than a cow, then you should ask for the vote.
No, I am not saying
that. You
that.
would have been asked for the vote. There would have been a division.
No,
even your party was a member of the same. Now coming to this channel and trying to show that I am cleaner than above is something like showing the face.
See, NCP's position was... Let me complete. He just said, see, I said it's my personal opinion. One, but when I am saying...
Then what is the logic to discuss when his party is not supported his own
opinion? He has said it at the beginning of the news. His first comment was, had it gone for division, we would have voted for the BJP. He said that. He said that. We will have to grant it to him.
I'm saying when there was a chaos of Congress and Shiv Sena arguing that you have not already allowed us to give a vote. That time, if they would have come on the vote and they would have said the speaker, yes, if they demand, we are ready, that the speaker could have changed his stand. It didn't happen.
Wow. Correct. Why didn't that happen? Why did you do it?
Because nobody asked for division. The point remains there. What he is saying again the same thing.
His point is simple. When Congress Shiv Sena were out, they were trying to gherav the governor, make so much of a ruckus. Even then, if you are so confident, why didn't you just say, let us put matters to rest. Let us just assure the voters all those who are following the procedure. There is no doubt.
Sachin, I will also agree to the same. Something on which ruling has been given.
You cannot.
After that, one cannot stand up and say, now whatever has happened. Now let's start it again.
You can make the suggestion.
That is, no, it can't work like that. Okay. With due respect to all of you.
Right. Now the crux, Mr. Kulkarni, you've been watching all of this. Is the real reason is, who is the person who is supporting the BJP from the respective parties? Congress, Shiv Sena, that will all come out in the open the moment the division happens. Is that the reason why they are all keeping it under wraps? They all want it, but they don't want it.
You see,
because they will stand exposed.
There was and there is not an iota of doubt that the BJP would have won the confidence vote, because it is way ahead of all other parties, and the people's mandate is for a BJP-led government. Nobody wants an immediate re-election right now. So it was in the BJP's own interest to have begun its stint in governance on a very confident and a very transparent manner. People have a right to know at this point in time who supported the BJP government and who did not support.
Is that the problem though? Is that the problem? They are so worried about being seen as having taken that support from the NCP.
I want to make
one more point. Is that what they're worried about?
See, the point is that if the assembly works in this manner, then people have really doubts whether the government would be able to run the assembly in a smooth manner. And if the assembly doesn't run in a smooth manner, whether the government will run in a smooth manner.
Yes.
Whereas the people of Maharashtra want a government that governs well. 15 years of misrule have done enormous harm to the state. Now the people want a good government. But, looking at what happened in the assembly today, they really have doubts. How will Maharashtra move now?
Is that what's going to happen, Nirja Chaudhary? Would people lose confidence from the way this has begun?
I find it very unfortunate, both at the political level and even constitutional level, because it doesn't leave a sense of confidence at all amongst the people that this government has a majority.
Agree.
That's the whole purpose of a trust vote. Otherwise, why have a trust vote?
True. And Aman Sinha, we asked questions to Sanjay Jha and the Congress. I'm going to ask you this. Is BJP going the Congress way? Is BJP going the UPA way? Why not? If you have absolute majority and if you can go and tom-tom to the world that we have absolute majority, why not start with that? Why not start with a bang rather than play it so defensively? Because you have had senior leaders of the BJP in the past when similar floor management has been orchestrated by UPA too in the center, they have called it a murder of democracy. And then today you're going back, what you're seeing in Maharashtra is nothing but what the Congress has done, Congress-led governments in the past have done. So how are you any different from them? Where is the confidence now?
Are you asking me?
Yes, Aman Sinha.
No. As far as BJP is concerned, it was amply clear. In fact, my friends who are there in the Legislative Assembly will also endorse this. That when this question was put, all said ayes. Nobody said noes. In fact, at that point in time. And clearly the voice vote,
Aman Sinha, what we would have appreciated had Devendra Fadnavis stood there on the floor of the House and request to the Speaker, even before when Ashish Shelar made the call for the trust vote, moved the motion, you should have said, let's go to division straight away. Let's do a proper vote and let's get the numbers out. Let's expose those votes. Why didn't they do it?
It is not for the person or the party which is moving the motion. No, it is not open for the person or a party which is moving the motion to ask for division.
Extremely disingenuous,
somebody who is objecting to that motion
unethical.
Can only ask for a division.
My point, Aman Sinha, is why didn't the BJP put all matters to rest? Why didn't the Devendra Fadnavis government put all matters to rest? Expose those within the Congress and the Shiv Sena who are backing the BJP.
Eyes have it.
Expose the NCP. Get everybody to clear their stand so that there are no grey areas. It's all black and white. But Anand, why didn't they do it, sir? Why didn't they do it?
Anand, as far as NCP is concerned, We are in a comfortable position, irrespective of the fact whether NCP votes with us or abstains. We are clearly in a comfortable position and we have clear numbers. There is no difficulty at all. Even for argument's sake, if you have to take that proposition.
Has to be done under the process which is prescribed by the Constitution.
But in that case, why didn't you ask for a division of votes? Why did you chicken out? Why did you chicken out? Why didn't you ask for a division of votes?
The very day today, after this confidence motion also, our government has discussed on many more issues. We tabled the bills which was pertaining to the education, to the MRTP, to the development plan, and we are running the show. So whatever fear which has been shown by this Kulkarni ji is not the fact. And again, there are many more occasions would come apart from confidence motion or no confidence motion where the division will take place. So it is not the case that today though nobody will see and nothing will come out.
Ashish, may I be very honest with you?
Please.
As somebody who lives in Maharashtra, who participated in this entire voting process, after what has happened on day one, the first thought is, oh my God, what have we signed up for? Is this what is going to happen every day? For everything? This is what we saw. We saw at the center. Why doesn't this government have the confidence to declare the numbers outright? And why did he do it later? Why didn't he do it in the morning?
Those who doesn't have no confidence, let them move on the confidence motion.
He cited the 1999 experience where he said one vote made a difference. Till date, BJP has said 140. They have not said 145. So 5 seats would have made a difference. Why not set matters to rest? Or is it that you don't want to even now openly say that we accept the NCP, or is it that the NCP harbors this thought that 6-8 months or a year down the line they will be actually part of this government? Is that true? Is that the reason, sir?
Anand, let me clarify clearly that it is BJP who has gone on the floor to ask for a confidence. So the proposal moved by me is a BJP's proposal. So we are very clear to the people of Maharashtra that we have gone on the floor. It is a Maharashtra who has given a mandate and they have not given a clear majority to us. With that fact, we went on the floor, we asked for the confidence from the floor. I moved the motion saying that Devendra Fadnavis and his ministers, this house shows a confidence. After which, so it is a BJP's proposal, number one. Number two, those are against it has to come on the record. If somebody like Congress and Shiv
why don't
Sena,
you do it? Why didn't you?
I should ask after moving the proposal.
Why should
again I should ask a division?
No.
It is not a
Sanjay
film, please.
Sanjay Jha, please respond.
Yeah, I want to make a quick point. You see, basically the BJP has gone through this entire charade for one reason. It gives them time to do more wheeling, dealing, horse trading and all the whatever political negotiations they are doing. It's so obvious. It's so obvious that today, despite the fact that the NCP is talking about supporting them, the NCP itself has admitted. I'm glad Mr. Sachin Ahir has been so open today to say that the BJP has done something terribly illegitimate and they ought to actually, face the music that they're facing on your panel right now.
Don't put words in Sachin Ahir's mouth. Don't put words in Sachin Ahir's mouth, Sanjay Jha. Both Aman Sinha and Ashish Shelar don't take kindly to your points of view going across to them. Yes, sir.
Let me respond now. Till now, I was arguing only the case on a speculation that they were only greedy. Congress was only greedy about the leader of opposition. Now, let me add to this. Congress did not ask for the division, maybe because there is a division in the Congress, that there may be a group of people who will not follow their mandate or a whip and they would have not voted against this government, maybe because of that they must have not done it.
40 of your MLAs from Vidarbha did not want to vote for you. No, there are rumors that 40 of your own BJP MLAs
I say you're right.
But that allegation is there, Ashish. The fact is that allegation is
I may say on this counter allegation, their leader of the house, I don't want to name him.
And that is something that is scared the BJP. This is another reason why they dodged it.
Aman Sinha.
I think the BJP is extremely insecure and frightened, and they know that they are headed. Maharashtra is headed for a
all the arguments being advanced by my friend Mr. Sanjay Jha are absolutely flawed legal arguments. And let me say that if they are still so confident about their numbers, why do they not, join hands with their media now, Shiv Sena, and bring a no confidence motion? What prevents them? Who has stopped them?
So Sanjay Jha,
Mr. Sanjay Jha is here.
Why don't you talk about your live-in relationship with the NCP? Your sleeping partner or your live-in relationship?
If you have conviction in what you are saying,
there's a very clear question that's coming through here for the Congress and for the Shiv Sena both. Are you going to move a no confidence motion?
Simple.
Well, I'm sure that our party will take a call on that. The fundamental point is that the Speaker even today can decide that the next time that the Assembly meets to have actually a division of votes. These are things that the Speaker, I'm sure, will have to take a look at what is the public response and what the opposition parties are saying. The Speaker has the authority, but at the same time, it has to also respect
when the Speaker takes a decision favorable to the Congress, he is a good man. When he does not, when he takes a decision that merits the chair, he's a bad man. Now, what is the Congress's stance here? The allegation, Sanjay Jha, is that within the Congress itself, there are those
even a division of votes
who don't agree with the way its leadership is going.
We are saying that a division of votes is the right method.
Who might want to be
the division of votes is the right method, whoever wins.
Maybe the Congress leader in the Assembly did not went to the media and Prithviraj Chavan has gone to the media. Mr. Chavan is not the leader on the floor of the Congress party. The leader of the Congress party
I can tell you several Congress speakers have already spoken in the media. I think you should read the newspapers and the magazines more carefully. I think several Congress leaders have spoken to
more
the media
carefully and have studied it properly.
Okay, Nirja Chaudhary, you want to make a point? We'll come to you.
No, I'm sorry, but you please understand how do you exercise the authority.
We'll just allow Nirja to make a point, please.
In just one simple thing, in the way things happen today, the sanctity of a confidence vote to determine majority of an incoming government was eroded today, and that is very unfortunate.
Yeah, and it brings us back to the point we're trying to make, Ashish. Again, Sanjay, we'll come to you. Do you not feel that you owe it to your voters for them to know who is supporting this government? And where are your numbers coming from? Don't answer the Congress, don't answer the Shiv Sena, answer your voters.
Yes, I think you and me are on the same boat. And that's why I have moved a proposal as a BJP man that this house should show a confidence on this government. And I ask the confidence, what does it mean?
No, but does the ayes and the noes tell the people
Nobody said no. Nobody said no.
So that's the point.
But nobody said no, then what should I say?
Does the ayes and the noes tell the people who's actually come together to form the numbers here today?
Let me clarify again. I have gone on the floor of the house as a BJP asked the people and BJP asked the floor that show us a confidence on which if nobody says no, still I should ask for a division.
And NCP is also mum on it.
But Tina, isn't that a confession of the fact that the voice vote was not proper? Because if you didn't hear no, that means there is something wrong.
He's saying
so the division of votes was the only natural way to do it.
Yes, we'll come back to you on that, Sanjay. Yes.
No, but when we have openly said that we are going to support, how you expect us to again go and say, we want a division?
So all the more reason you've come out there many times and said that we are supporting this government. It is unconditional. We are there. So then, where is the problem in coming out and saying today, yes, our MLAs have said aye today? Where is the problem in that?
Because there was no need of doing that. Why? Because
there's no need for transparency. There's no need for clarity. There's no need for accountability to your voters.
You have to have the process, a parliamentary process.
The parliamentary process.
I'm not even talking about
the parliamentary process.
I'm not talking about division. I'm talking about when our reporter goes and speaks to all your legislators and asks them, why is the NCP not being clear about what their MLAs did today?
Today we were mum. That's what we are saying.
But why?
He didn't even say that. Why? Tell me, if I had asked you,
please.
Voice vote, Sachin Ahir, did you say aye or did you say no? Will you turn around and say, will you turn around and say, go check with the Speaker?
No, let me clarify here. I'm sorry, Sachin, but the point is that with due respect to your reporter, those who has asked the person, he is from the Legislative Council. The member who has been asked, I saw in your channel, I think Rahul Narvekar. He is not a MLA too.
No, but in fact, I didn't take a name for a specific reason. Now, the fact is that it's not just one person. Nobody has come out and said what we've done today from the NCP. Nobody.
No, nobody's come out and said that they stayed mum. They have not even said that.
No, let me clarify again. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting. Mr. Chhagan Bhujbal has spoken to the press. I myself was present there. The member of Legislative Assembly, the leader of the NCP party, what he spoke, don't ask me, but he spoke to the press.
Yeah, well, there's absolutely no clarity though over what has actually happened. Sanjay, I'm just going to come back to you on the point you were making earlier. Sanjay Jha?
I have just one very simple point to make. I have just one simple point to make. That today it was an important day. Maharashtra is a critical state of India. We have had an election. It's a fractured mandate. I think we all know that the state needs continued good governance. BJP today, the way it has conducted itself, I think is extremely brazenly shameless. And I think today for them to admit, that, these are the rules, I don't think that has got any logic. At the end of the day, today it was important to demonstrate to the people of Maharashtra, not just the intellectuals in the media, but to the people of Maharashtra who was backing them in forming the government which is supposed to run for the next 5 years. And there is complete ambiguity, haziness and nebulousness over who is backing them.
Point well taken.
We don't
Point
even
well
know
taken,
whether the
Sanjay Jha.
NCP
May I
supported
ask you
them or
something?
not. Nobody
May
even
I
knows
ask you?
tomorrow.
May I ask you a question? My question to you is, if you're laying that charge on the BJP, will you go back to the Congress party and tell them, let's prove to our voters, let's go and push for a no confidence motion, let's get them to flout their numbers, let's get them to come clean? Will you go back and tell them? Because you're also saying, let's move beyond the parliamentary process and let's talk about the voters. So I'm going to ask you this: will you go back and urge your party that this is what we should do? We should consider it seriously.
Absolutely. Now, listen, when Mr. Prithviraj Chavan says this is an illegitimate government, I think that's a serious indictment. Those are strong words. Those are very considered.
But one only wonders how many people are behind Prithviraj Chavan inside the Maharashtra Assembly who have been elected via the Congress. How many of the Congress MLAs are actually behind Prithviraj Chavan? That's the question Ashish Shelar is asking. Mr. Sudhindra Kulkarni, with all due respect, you started with a point of view. No. Has the BJP been able to convince you otherwise?
All that he wants.
Anand, can I come in?
Coming to you, Aman Sinha, give me just going to Mr. Kulkarni, then coming to you.
Going by what has happened in the Maharashtra Assembly today, the entire country, the political class needs to learn a lesson. Going forward, what has happened. Going forward, there has to be a reform in the procedure of conducting a confidence motion or a no confidence motion. Whether a party has absolute majority or a slender majority, as Nirja said, after the Bommai judgment, it has to be clear on the floor of the House, and a division must be made mandatory. No longer voice vote, because this puts even the speaker in a tight position.
That's right.
The speaker does not belong to a party. Once he gets elected, he has to be neutral, impartial.
And that's the ideal stand, but they're always questioned by the opposition.
Therefore, Parliament of India and the state legislatures must bring about a reform in the procedure to put all these questions to rest. Everything must be transparent.
Nirja Chaudhary, will come to you for closing comments, but Aman Sinha, first you wanted to make a point.
No, Tina, I was just saying that just because Mr. Prithviraj Chavan or somebody makes a statement that it's an illegitimate government, it doesn't become the law of the land.
No, of course not.
And the exercise which was done on the floor of the House today was absolutely in accordance to the letter and spirit of the Constitution and of the rules of procedure as it has been laid down. And what was shameful was Mr. Sanjay Jha forgot the way governor was manhandled, the way he was physically injured. That was the most shameful thing. And my friends from Congress party conveniently forget that.
No, of course, we made sure they remembered that. You're right, you're on the Newshour.
It is completely a legal and a legitimate exercise.
Yes,
and the government enjoys the majority at the floor of the House.
Mr. Shelar
has demonstrated. If anybody has anything civic, he can challenge this, he can bring a no confidence motion, or he can challenge the government on any other bill.
Fine, that's fine. But Nirja, last question. When Ashish Shelar says that nobody said no today, when I was talking to him about the ayes and the noes and whether it's convincing for the people, he says no one says no. Does that really encapsulate what happened in the Maharashtra Assembly today?
No, you see, I think it is quite clear that the BJP did not have a majority. Even with the independents, they did not have a majority. Of course, there are these rumors about Vidarbha MLAs, but forget that for a moment. Therefore, it was incumbent on the BJP to go out of its way to prove that it had a majority on the floor of the House.
And now you are voluntarily just unilaterally opining that BJP had majority.
You can rely on technicalities, but technicalities don't wash really on a thing like a trust vote.
Fair point.
What do you mean by technicalities? They are legalities.
To sum it up, this debate,
it is the first real mistake that an otherwise
running out of time here, but
under a CM like Fadnavis has
yes,
made.
to sum up this debate, this is what happened in Maharashtra and at the Maharashtra Assembly today. Devendra Fadnavis led government won the voice vote. Did they win the trust? Jury's out.
Thank you all.